Hey everybody, happy Sunday crafternoon. Today is Sunday, May the 3rd, 2026, and it's episode number 232. I'm going to go ahead and make sure I am where I need to be. I'm on a couple minutes early. Making a habit of that, isn't that weird? On early. But anyway, this way gives you just a couple of minutes to find you or find me in your news feed. I don't think you'll find, well, you might find you in your news feed. Oh my goodness. We're starting out great, aren't we? Okay. I am where I need to be. That's good. Anyway, welcome in. My name is Dawn Bourget. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator who loves everything as far as stamps, inks, paper, all the pretty blingy things. And I'm glad that you're here today. We have a lot of fun things to share with you guys today. This is a little bit different of a Facebook Live, but it is all because we're going to welcome in a brand new catalog that goes live on Tuesday, this Tuesday, May the 5th, 2026, along with some brand new online exclusives. So with that, we're going to talk about in colors for a little bit. That's what today's focus is about. I do have 3 cards that we'll make, but we're going to make them towards the end. So this Facebook Live may run a little longer than normal. And if you decide you don't want to stay and watch the replay later or whatever that case may be, feel free to do as you need to do. But anyway, I think it's going to be fun, and I think you're going to want to stick around for it. First and foremost, if you have not already done so, or if you're new with me and you'd like to keep up on everything with the Chalet and also Stampin' Up!, go ahead and open up the camera on your smartphone, point it to that QR code, and it takes about 30 seconds, and you can be added to my newsletter that I do weekly information during the week, keeping you guys informed on all the things. Also, if you see anything that you would like to get your hands on, hey Sue, happy Sunday crafternoon. Some of the items that we're using today will not be available until May 5th. But we're doing, like I said, things a little bit differently today. So just make sure you have a pen and paper and mark down those things that catch your eye. So when Tuesday rolls around, and that will be here before we know it, you'll be able to go ahead and shop for those items. Now, a couple of other QR codes here. This will take you to my online store. This is a QR code if you would like to get a discount on all of your purchases. And I think as we get into this a little bit more, I'm going to talk to you guys about this as well. Like I said, May is a big month. We have a lot of things going on in the world of Stampin' Up! And that excites me. I love it. I'm digging the new products, you guys. And for those of you who have not seen the new catalog yet, I believe you're going to love it. I think this is one of my favorite catalogs. There's a little change this year. We're not going to have an annual catalog as we always have in the past, but we're going to have 3 catalogs a year, a Stampin' Up! Year, put it that way. And this newest catalog comes out with our new in colors and, so many things. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself because I have like things surrounding me here on my table, and I want to make sure that I don't forget a thing. So I may get off track a little bit, like normal. What's new, right? Anyway, a couple of other places where you can find me. Just a note that along with you finding me here on Facebook, this is my business page. I also have a community, a group on Facebook as well. So go ahead and look me up and be added over there as well if you'd like. And also my YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe and click the bell. It'll turn black. That'll give you all the notifications as I load things over to YouTube. Also, make sure to share with your friends. Share this Facebook Live. If you have friends who are crafty and you love my content, go ahead and share it, please. The more the merrier. My YouTube channel is growing quite a bit lately, which I love. That's pretty awesome and exciting. Hey, Kristen, hello. Happy Sunday crafternoon. But anyway, also my blog. That's the other place you're going to want to go ahead and check out. every week I'm loading things as far as the specials and things that are going on, and also my Facebook lives. So you can watch the replay there, and there's also photos and a lot of good things, information over there on the projects that we do each week, and that's dawnscreativechalet.com. Don't forget to add the S on the end of Dawn. I've had some people say I can't find it. Well, that's why. Also, let's see here, Pinterest, of course, follow me there. I haven't been on Pinterest as much lately. I don't know. I'm trying to behave myself, because that's like, you know how that goes. It's like 2 hours and bing, bang, boom, it's gone. Something I want to talk to you guys about really quick. I'm doing something, like I said, a little bit different with this catalog coming up. So Tuesday, the catalog goes live, as I was just explaining, and I'm going to do a Facebook Live on Tuesday and Wednesday covering all things inside the catalog. I was going to do it tomorrow and Tuesday, but I can't show the inside of the catalog tomorrow. I have to wait until Tuesday when the catalog goes live. So with that being said, go ahead and put these reminders in your phone for Tuesday and Wednesday, right here where you're watching me right now at 3 o'clock each day. I'm going to go through things with the new catalog. I felt if I just did one big live, I would lose you guys, because there's so many things I want to share. I have a lot of samples, showing you all the designer papers, all the embellishments, all those things. So we're going to break it down into a couple chunks. And I'll probably still run a little longer than what I should, but there's so much to talk about. But anyway, so Tuesday, May the 5th at 3 o'clock, we're going to go over the reveal of the catalog itself, the inside, the good stuff, right? And then also the suites and bundles. We have 7 new suites and I believe 15 new bundles, if I counted correctly. And I'm going to be showing you samples from those that I do have so far. I've been trying to make things like a crazy lady. They have you guys, because all of my swaps are running late this year. I think the post office is messing with us. And the groups that I'm in, some people have been like, I sent them, but the person who's organizing the swap hasn't received them, and all those things. It happens. So with that being said, I thought, I'm going to take matters into my own hands. I'm going to try to at least get a little bit of a variety of what I have, so I can show you guys some samples and give you some more inspo, because that's what it's all about. I know for me, when I see something in the catalog, that's what makes me go, ooh, I gotta have that. So anyway, we're going to go over the suites and bundles, some samples and the online exclusives, which I'm going to talk a little bit more about that too before we get into our stamping today. So please be patient with me. I have a lot of things to show you this afternoon. And then on Wednesday, we're going to cover the designer series paper, the pattern papers that we have. And I have samplers of those. We're going to talk about the tools, the embellishments, the ribbons, and embossing folders. So we're going to cover the latter part of the catalog, the back end of the catalog on Wednesday. So again, Tuesday and Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern time, right here where you're finding me right now. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a little catalog kickoff online party online, I guess. Okay, as far as events coming up here locally, if you're in the Northwest Michigan area and you'd like to attend, I still have openings for the catalog kickoff in person, which is Thursday, May the 7th. That's this Thursday. And I have 10 o'clock openings yet. I have a couple spots yet available. So if you are interested, contact me ASAP or ASAP, and I will make sure to save you a seat. It is $30 or free with an order during the class. And I will have the ordering station set up in my my classroom. So it'll be all set to rock and roll there. And let's see here. Anybody who comes, of course, you guys know that you're going to see new products. Everything is all about the new products, the new end colors. We're going to have a festive little yummy treat. We're going to create with new products. And I have a gift for those that do attend as well. And let's see here. Again, that'll be this Thursday, so I need to know right away if you're wanting to attend that. And then in the following week, we'll go back to our schedule of creative card class, which I believe is on the 14th. Yep, on the 14th, we're going to be using the All of Flutter bundle. It's a butterfly set with a punch. It's really a pretty set. So we'll be focusing on that one for our creative card class. And then our product class is the end of the month on the 28th of May, which is on a Thursday. And that's going to be all about the Bloom Boutique Suite. And you'll see more about that today when we do some creating, along with Tuesday when we talk about suites. So we're covering all the things. And then, of course, in between all of that, I'm having my really big event on Saturday, May the 16th at Amber Township Hall in Scottville, Michigan, off of Amber Road, not too far from the chalet itself. I'm going to have my big BOGO event. This is where I take all of my retired product, and I have it marked to what it was in the catalog. It's not a garage sale, it's a BOGO. So this is handled completely different from a garage sale. So what you spend at my BOGO event, you'll receive a coupon for the same amount. You'll go ahead and you'll shop for all the new and current product with that coupon. And I highly encourage that you go over the coupon amount to help me to pay for the hall that I need to rent, because I couldn't do this at my house. With the road that I live on, it's extremely busy. It's a highway, and I want everybody to be safe. But with that being said, that means I need to rent a place to have this. So like I said, I highly encourage people to go ahead and spend over the coupon amount, because you are getting a lot of free product. But anyway, it's a lot of fun. And it's, like I said, one of my biggest events of the year. People stock up on the things that they weren't able to get previously from previous catalogs and all that fun stuff. And it's like a store, a one-stop shop for everything paper crafting, whether you're a scrapbooker or a card maker or anything in between. Okay, I think I covered what's coming up. Also, things that you might want to think about. I think that we can sign up starting tomorrow for this. It is a new craft class through Stampin' Up. It's called Paper Mixer. It is going to be held on May 21st, but you purchase it like you would any other product. The item number, I don't have it. Oh, maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Maybe I do. Let me see. The item number for the class is 171475, and then you're going to want to get the paper, the designer series paper, because of course that's the focus of it, is the paper mixer. The paper medley mix in designer series paper is actually what it's called. And that's item 167759. And I believe the paper pack is $12.50. Don't quote me on that. But anyway, you'll need it in order, if you want your cards to look exactly like theirs, you'll need to get it. So order this starting on Tuesday. That's when you can start ordering the class and also the paper. The class will be held on a private Facebook group. So, and it will be recorded. And just in case, if you're watching the replay later, these are the extra supplies you'll need. I'm not going to go through it all. But if you do sign up for it, and I notice that you have, I'll make sure to send this to you as well in an email, so you make sure you have everything that you need. But it's kind of exciting. I love doing them. I like that someone else has designed a class for me, because I'm usually the one that's always designing a class. So it's kind of nice to be able to just show up for a class and just tell me what to do. I love that. Okay, so with May being a new month, we have a new creative card collection. This used to be called Bundle of the Month. It is 16 of us demonstrators that team together, and we come up with some really cool projects with a bundle or a suite of product. And for May, we are featuring Fern and Flora. And you'll see more of this on Tuesday and be able to order all the things. Like I said, it's a beautiful suite of product. And I think my mind is going too fast and all my words are getting jumbled. But Anyway, it has color photos, all the measurements, and video instruction for all 16 projects to get you going. So if you love Fern and Flora and you're grabbing it up tomorrow, you'll have a lot of great inspiration. Here's just a sneaky peeky at one of the cards of the 16 that you'll be able to make with video instruction as well. So it's a lot of fun. Also, I'm really excited about this. So starting on Tuesday in the online exclusive, so it's not in any catalog, we have something called Silly Old Bear, which basically is featuring Winnie the Pooh and all of his friends, like Eeyore and Tigger and all that fun stuff. So with that being said, our same team got together, and there were 10 of us that decided to be a part of this. And we have created another creative card collection called Silly Old Bear. And if you purchase the entire suite of product with me, I will give you this free. It's an $18 value. It'll be free to you as a gift from me. And it, again, has all the color photos, video instruction, measurements, all the things. And just to give you a quick little sneaky peeky, I believe that this full suite, so it's like a double bundle, and it has designer series paper, it has embossing folder, what else? It features a lot, if not all of the in colors. So yeah, I think that this is going to be highly, highly, highly popular. Did I say it was going to be popular? And the really crazy thing is there's like, Disney, they're kind of finicky. So I believe when they gave Stampin' Up, I mean, this is a long story short of it. There's a whole video about it, I think, for us demonstrators. But anyway, long story short is the people across the pond, demonstrators across the pond, and all their customers are not able to get this suite. So I think it's this kind of like a once in a lifetime kind of thing, sort of, you know what I mean? And if you want it, to grab it. If, like, for me, I wasn't going to get it because I'm like, I don't have kids. I don't have grandkids. So it seemed, a little bit more on the young side, but Pooh has a special place in my heart because it's a character who I grew up with. And so it's a nostalgia and sentimental thing. So I had to get it. And I'm not going to part with this one. This is going to be one I'm always going to have because I don't know if Stampin' Up's going to do something like this ever again. But anyway, so I wanted to talk to you guys about that. So if you purchase a whole suite of product, the whole suite with me, it has to be the whole thing, you'll get the creative card collection to help you kickstart your creativity with Silly Old Bear. Also, and by the way, I forgot to mention, those tutorials are when you place a $75 minimum order with me before the before the shipping and the tax. And if you decide to use your Stampin' Rewards, still make sure you're at the $75 mark. Now, if you purchase a Silly Old Bear suite, that's, excuse me, goodness, I'm losing my voice already. That's not good. Hey, Nancy. Hi. Happy Sunday afternoon. So if you do purchase the entire suite, that Silly Old Bear suite, that's definitely going to put you over the $75 mark. As long as you, in case you are using Stampin' Rewards, just make sure that you are, because you're going to want to grab it. It's super cool. Okay. Also at the $75 mark in May, we have a new product of the month. So right now we have, it was April. For some reason, I still keep thinking it's April, and it's not. It's May. But anyway, for April, we've had the Eyelet Blooms die, which is really cool, and it will fit the entire front of an A2 size card, which is our standard half of sheet of cardstock card. So I just wanted to show you guys. I haven't had a lot of time to play with this. There's just so many things, right, that I want to create with. But just to show you, and I love this combination, by the way. What did I use on this? Blueberry Bushel, along with Hydrangea Hue, which is one of our new wing colors. Just love these together. They're yummy. But anyway, so I believe that this is still available. So product of the month, how does it work? Just really quick. When you spend $75 minimum at my store, before the shipping and the tax and all that gobbledygook, you can go ahead and for $5 purchase a product of the month if you haven't already purchased that item. And then the previous months are carried over as well. So you have an opportunity, if you didn't get a chance to, let's say, get the April Eyelet Blooms die, you have the opportunity, if it's still available this month, to still grab it up. But then if you want, let's say May's Vellum is going to be Vellum. So I'm giving you guys a sneaky peeky here. Isn't that pretty? It's very springy, by the way. I know I get distracted easily. But anyway, then you would then need to place another order of the $75 mark to get this. So that's how it works. So I hope that was kind of clear as mud, sort of. Oops, sorry about that. I bumped my camera. And I'm not going to go through all the previous ones. You guys can see them online. Just make sure that you do physically put it into your cart. Don't do a Dawn. I know I say this every week, but there was one month, a couple months ago, and for some reason, I wasn't thinking. You actually have to click on the button that says, you know, choose your product of the month. And I didn't. And I went ahead, I checked out, and I missed out on it. And I tried to get it figured out if I could add it later, and you can't. Because you're actually purchasing an item. It's $5 for the item. So it messes up everything in their system. It's Stampin' Up. So you can't do it. So just make sure before you check out, if you have that $75 minimum in your cart, make sure to physically add that item if you want a product of the month for $5. And they're worth the $5 for sure. Okay, onward. So Paper Pumpkin, the last day to sign up for May's Kit is on May the 10th. Looks like these are those Chinese lanterns. That's the only thing I can think of. Is that what it is, you guys? They don't really say, but it says sparkling celebrations. I think that's what they use them for, is to celebrate. Anyway, so that's and they're going to have a hint of, I think, silver foil on them. So they're going to look kind of elegant and pretty and sparkly, which is right up my alley. And to sign up for that by the 10th, if you aren't already receiving Paper Pumpkin. And the dies. So here's an add-on, something that you can add if you'd like. And they kind of jive. They jive with all 3 months of April, May, and June. And that's the item number for it. But you need to be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber in order to get the add-on dies. And what else do I want to talk to you guys about here? Oh, just in general, just to remind you, online exclusives. Of course, January and March. So these come out every other month. So again, I'll be showing these more on Tuesday, but here's another one of actually there's 2 cards there with Silly Old Bear. So yeah, like I said, I think that the people who are going to get this without having to wait, without it going unorderable for a while, get up early and get it if you want it. Because I just have that feeling. I don't know. But anyway, so May Online exclusives also go live on Tuesday along with our brand new catalog. So this catalog here is going to say, it's saying basically goodbye at this point. It's sad. It's been real, but we're moving on. Okay, let me get some of this stuff out of the way. So let's talk about In Colors. I thought that's what I could talk about most today before we get into everything else on Tuesday. I'm trying to find a place for all my stuff. If you could see my table right now, it's like an explosion happened. What do we call that? A craftplosion. There we go. Let's see here. First of all, In Colors. So I made this cute little chart for everybody, because I know I like to I like visuals. I'm a very visual person. So down here are 5 new In Colors, which is Hydrangea Hue, Barely Blush, Crisp Cantaloupe, Golden Glow, and Peaceful Pine. And then what I did is I took each of our in colors, excuse me, oh my goodness, and then I put them with other colors that are, I don't know, sort of in the same color family-ish as them. Just to give you an idea, like I said, I'm very visual as far as that goes. So taking Barely Blush and playing a little bit with our other colors, Hydrangea Hue, Crisp Cantaloupe. I wanted to see like both Calypso Coral and Timid Tiger. They're like, what would we call those? Color buddies? Yeah, this is the word I was looking for. Color buddies. Anyway, and then Golden Glow and Peaceful Pine. And as far as comparing the other colors, they're kind of sort of in that same realm of color. I'm not a color theorist, but we did talk about that this last week when I was part of the virtual album retreat. That was cool, you guys. By the way, you can still get that, purchase it. They've recorded it all, so you can still watch. And they broke it down so that each video will be one layout. So you can take it at your own pace. So if you are bummed that you missed it, you didn't. You missed it live, but they recorded everything. And it's really cool. We used flip flaps and learned a whole bunch of neat things for scrapbook pages. Anyway, back to the in colors. So she talked about color theory, which I thought was very interesting. I've always wanted to take a class on like color theory. And like say, if you want to make, I don't know, shaded spruce, what colors in our palette would you need to mix together to make that if you had to start from scratch? And I just think color's fascinating to me. I love color. Colors are what make us all happy, right? And it's what basically drew me into Stampin' Up! From the very beginning because of all their beautiful colors that they have in their 4-color palettes, and then changing up our in colors because they're very trendy every year. So these were introduced to us, and they will be available to us until 2028. So they'll be around for 2 years. I don't know, which is your favorite? I kind of dig them all. In fact, I was really dissing Golden Glow, but it seems to be the color I've used the most. This happened one other year when we had a color, I think it was called, it was some starfish color or something. I don't know, and okay, I'm just going to say it. I called it baby poop. It was I thought, oh my gosh, this is the ugliest color. But it seemed to go with so many other colors. And it was like a chameleon. And it did it. It worked with so many other colors. And I feel like that's the same with this Golden Glow. It depends on what you put it with. And it just kind of helps to complement those other colors. So sorry for that analogy. I know now you can be like, oh, that was great. Glad you shared that with us, Dawn. Anyway, so once again, all of our pretty colors. And what was I going to grab here? Oh, yeah. So I have a little bit of other inspiration for you with the in colors. So we're going to go through each, and then you holler like or dislike or a thumbs up or give me some hearts or whatever. But anyway, so first of all, we have... Whoops, I have a note on here. What did it say? Aha, okay. All right, just some notes for myself. I want to make sure I don't lose that. But anyway, so this is Barely Blush, just to give you a better idea. I don't know, it's very, very soft. I don't think I would stamp a sentiment with Barely Blush, but I do love the softness of it. And for like, the first thing I think of is like baby cards. I don't know why. Oh my gosh, why am I losing my voice? My gosh. Okay, anyway, so this is the olive flutter that I was talking about that we'll be using during our creative card class in a little over a week. I'm so sorry, you guys. And then this is, we have some new paper coming out. It's called Artisan Sketches. Thanks, Nance. And yeah, this is beautiful. And I also coordinate it with some of our in color 12 by 12 pattern paper. So we used to have our pattern papers in our in colors in all 4 color families and 6 by 6, But because we have a lot of scrapbookers that have moved over to our family as well, they're trying to make it scrapbooker friendly. So now we have all of these in 12 by 12, which is really cool. So I went ahead and I colored these with other ink colors, like this is Peaceful Pine, along with the Pretty in Pink. Or not Pretty in Pink, I'm sorry, Barely Blush. Oh my goodness, Pretty in Pink is leaving us, which I'm kind of bummed about. But it is what it is. Maybe it'll come back because next year we're going to have a color revamp. And then here again. So this, by the way, this card is using a new embossing folder that we'll talk about soon a little bit more, but I went ahead and used it. And then I brushed over this with our white opaque ink pad. Just brush it over lightly after I embossed it, and I thought that came out so pretty. Okay, and then the next color, of course, is Crisp Cantaloupe. So here again, isn't that pretty? I love the way these turned out. And honestly, I'm going to just say it. So as demonstrators, we're part of a group called Demonstrator Planning Place, and our artisans post in that group, and I absolutely, as soon as I seen these cards, I fell in love. So I totally cased them. I can't remember which artisan it was, but nonetheless, thank you for the inspo. And that's what we do. We share, right? So I can share it with you. And then if you love it, you can make them as well. Very easy little 3x3 cards, but a great way to showcase the Crisp Cantaloupe. And we also have, of course, the embellishments as well. And again, some more of that artisan sketches, I believe it's called. Black and white paper, which I am so digging. I think black and white is so classic. And then check out these itty bitty, I don't know if you can see those. Yeah, you can. We have in color butterflies, which are adhesive backed embellishments as well. And again, here's the same concept I did with the last card, brushing the opaque white ink pad over the Crisp Cantaloupe. What embossing folder? Okay, so did I use with the 3 butterflies? Oh yeah, which one was this one? That's a good question, Nancy. Let's take this apart because I don't remember. Let me see here. I need to look at this one. I think it was, Lazy Daisy. Lazy Daisy embossing folder. So basically it has the bigger flowers on it. That's the one that I used. Because, Stampin' Up! Has eliminated, or not, well, they're retiring a lot of embossing folders. So, yeah. But I knew that this one was gonna peek out just slightly. But I think it's still around as well in the online store. This, of course, I think this is my favorite in color. This is Hydrangea Hue. And again, I did the same exact thing, ran it through with the cut and emboss machine. You're very welcome. And then brushed over with the white opaque pad, which isn't that pretty? It's such an easy thing to do to help get this to pop a bit more, but it's so darn pretty. And the sentiment is from All of Flutter, which you'll find in the new catalog. And again, those cute little butterflies and just playing around with the Stampin' Blends and the in color as well. But, it's so yummy. What do you guys think of this one? Like, the Hydrangea Hue is my favorite. And then we have Peaceful Pine. This, I think, is going to be really popular as we get into the holidays. I think that Peaceful Pine is going to be featured in some designer paper. I've not seen it. I'm just saying. I just have that feeling it's going to be one of those, just because it's such a yummy, rich green color. And then here again, the Artisan Sketches designer paper, just mixing it up with it, and the All of Flutter bundle with the butterflies. Do you? My mom, she loved blue. I'm getting more into the blue a bit. I've always been a pink gal, but yeah, this Hydrangea Hue is such a beautiful blue. It's almost like a violet undertone. And last but not least, we have Golden Glow, which again, I think is like the chameleon of the bunch. And just to show you guys some other samples that I've done with it, as far as the artisan sketches and the olive flutter, it's beautiful. I absolutely think that this is going to be a color I'm going to use a lot more of than what I was thinking of it when I first seen it. My first impression was, ew. But I'm really kind of digging Golden Glow. And then, what else did I want to show you before we get stamping? Of course, these are our ink pads. So they are magnetic. Okay. And what I like about them, the shape of them still fits. If you have, like me, I have Stampin' Storage products. So if anybody's questioning, do they fit inside the Stampin' Storage, ink pad storage thingy-mabobber? Yes, they do. They do. I was worried about that at first. I was like, oh no, are they going to fit? I don't want to have to buy something new again. But anyway, I love them. They're a nice size. I have small hands, so, but they're a nice size. And is Olive Flutter a bundle or a suite? That's a great question. It is a bundle. It's a stamp set that comes along with a punch, which we don't have too many punches now. And I love the fact that it comes with a punch. Like, punches and dies are my thing because I do not like to fussy cut. So that was another really good question, Nancy. Yes, it comes with a punch and you can purchase it as a bundle unless you don't want to. I can't imagine anybody not, right? I don't like to cut out butterflies. I'd rather just punch them out. In fact, I can show you the punch. Let's see. Yes, I think I can. Okay, it vanished. It's here somewhere, but on Tuesday, I'll have it during my live as well. But it cuts all 3 butterflies out at once. So it's like a cluster of 3 butterflies. No, I love it. Ask as many questions as you like, honestly. I love when I can be interactive with you guys. Because otherwise I feel like I'm talking to myself, which I do that really well. Do you guys talk to yourself in your stamp room, like give yourself reassurance and all that stuff? But anyway, I love it. So you keep asking questions. It's A-okay here. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I put it. Oh, here it is. Found it. So I'll show you guys really quick. Why not? Let's just have fun, right? So this is the Olive Flutter. And this is the price for the bundle. Okay. And there are 2 different sets of 3. And it's all connected together. The stamp set. I'll show you it really quick. So there's these 3 or these 3. So they look just a little different. This is a little bit more on the bold side. For some reason, I seem to like this one a little bit better. Oh, wait. And then there's this. So you can 2-step stamp and even color them this way and not have to technically color if you don't want to. Just go ahead, ink up your stamp, stamp off 2nd generation onto your butterflies. And then we have the punch. So it perfectly fits the 3 butterflies. Easy peasy. Like, this is right up my alley. I am a lazy crafter. I love to craft. I don't want to spend an hour on a card though either. You know what I'm saying? But I want it to be cute. Very cute. This is one of those sets that I think are going to be very popular as well. Okay, let's see. Oh, the other thing I want to talk to you guys about, the magnet. So these, I'm really digging these. I was a little skeptical. The only thing that I think people need to adjust to, oh, you're very, very welcome, is that these ink pads, not only are they magnetic and they're shaped differently, they open differently, but they also have a complete felt pad. Our other ink pads have been foam felt, so they've been squishy. I don't know whether they weren't as dense, there we go, as a felt ink pad. Like if you've used our Memento black ink pad, that is a felt pad. So of course, you can put a little more pressure, which you're encouraged to do so when you ink up your stamps with a felt pad. Whereas our pads that we have in the 4-color families, you don't need to give them CPR. You'll have ink all over your stamp, your block, and everywhere else. But these are just going to be a little bit of an adjustment for those who have gotten used to our foam felt pads. I don't know if there's a technical term for that, but anyway, I love these. And also just to let you guys know that starting on Tuesday, we are going to have a join special to join with the Chalet Stampers, joining the Stampin' Up! Family. And you'll be able to receive all 5 of these beautiful ink pads for free on top of choosing, I believe, $125 a product for 99 bucks and receive free shipping. Yeah. You can also choose to not receive the ink pads. I'm not sure why anybody would want to do that, but you can do that instead and then purchase some additional product. But honestly, if you choose the one where you're getting the ink pads, you're actually getting more bang for your buck than if you are choosing the starter kit without the ink pads. Again, I don't know why anybody wouldn't want the brand new ink pads. But, you know, there's somebody who might be wanting to, I don't know. Anyway, so that's coming up on Tuesday as well. And if you have any questions about that, let me know. But then this way, not only are you getting the free shipping and you're getting some free ink pads, all 5 brand new in colors, you'll be able to receive a discount on all your future purchases as long as you decide to stay a demonstrator with us. So that's pretty awesome. Okay, wow, that was a lot of information. So as you guys have more questions, like I said, feel free, please ask, because that's what this is all about. I mean, I love to stamp with you, but I also want it to be a little bit more informative for you because we have a lot of new stuff, right, as we get into our new catalog. And I want to make sure that everybody knows what all the products are and all that fun stuff. Also, just to mention the projects that we're doing today, I have what I call a recipe card. There are no measurements on it, but I try to give all the measurements while we do create. But this is just something where it gives you all the helpful links. I do list the products as far as all the in color things on this particular one, so you might just want to go ahead and download it for that. And then the products that we are using that are actually available right now as well. So if you would like to get your hands on this, once we're done, I will load the link to this up above the Facebook Live in the same paragraph that you can see now. So I'll update it, and I'll also have this link on my blog. And also in the description of the YouTube video on the very bottom, so you can go ahead and download it too. Oh my goodness. I'm almost done talking, you guys, I promise. Also, with what we're going to be creating with today is a double bundle suite of product that you'll find in the brand new catalog. And it's called Bloom Boutique Suite. And these are the beautiful designer series papers that we're going to play with today. And this suite features everything in color. So that's why I wanted to show you a little bit more about this. And we'll talk about this again on Tuesday if you happen to join me. But I love this suite because it does showcase all 5 in colors together. So you can see how they really do play well together when you use them in your crafting. And they also have a hint of gold in them. There we go. I was going to say, I'm not sure if you can see that, but that was perfect. So one side has just a touch of gold in it, and the other side is not gold. I don't know how else to explain it. But anyway, it's a specialty paper, so it's a little bit more. It's $17. And that's the item number in case you want to add it to your wish list. And the cards, let's see here. Oh, wait, I didn't show you those. But anyway, so here's the 12 by 12 patterns of the in colors that you can grab up as well. So there's the polka dot stripes, large polka dots, and this, it looks like a brush went across, and there's different tones of that color in the 12 by 12. And then here are the other colors as well. Hydrangea hue, peaceful pine. So those are gorgeous. This one is, like I said, that barely blush. It is like super, super, super light, but beautiful for sure. And then we also have pearlized specialty paper in all 5 in colors. Isn't that pretty? Woo! Stunning. And also, because I did take the scrapbooking virtual album retreat, the scrapbooking thingamabobber, a couple days ago, we were able to get a sampling and get one of these in our kit. So these are going to be in all 5 in colors. Right now, the only way you could get your hands on this color was to take the virtual album retreat itself. And I was going to show you, and I don't even have a scrap piece of paper. We'll use the back of this. Anyway, it's really cool. So when you do get these, just to mention it, I'm probably going to talk about this more on Tuesday or Wednesday. There's going to be a little white ring that's going to separate the, what do you want to call this? The barrel from the reservoir. I don't know what you want to call this, but in between there, it's like it's a stopper in there. So when you do get these, make sure that you will, it's kind of like if you've used a Wink of Stella. Now that's more of a glimmer brush, or glitter brush. This is shimmer. So it's not quite as